Good evening, everyone.
Hello.
So, how are we all tonight? I am Jad. How are you? So, yes. Oh, guess what? I forgot to do.
Your bottom scrolly thing.
Yeah. I can find it. I nearly forgot. Oh, dear. Hang on a minute. Hiya, Laurie. How are you? Yeah, I'm just gonna post the link in the chat. Obviously, it's only for Laurie and Tracy. So yeah, so that is the StreamYard link. I've got my oven on. I've got everything set out. Chris has just got me, because it does call for hot water. So he's actually boiled the kettle. So by the time we use it, it'll be hot, not boiling, if that makes sense. By the time we use it.
Hi guys.
Not boiling. Hi, Laurie. How are you?
Good. Am I working? Can you hear me?
Yeah, fine.
Yay.
Are you going with? Yay.
Laurie. How are you? Am I working?
Hi, Ruby.
We still got the echo.
Have you got the sound on? Hi, Ruby.
We still got the echo.
What I'll do is I'll mute my YouTube thing.
How do I fix that?
Is it up on YouTube? They got the YouTube on. Just
how do I fix that?
It's up on YouTube. They got the YouTube on. Just how do I fix that? Because you're on StreamYard and you're on YouTube as well, you've got to mute your YouTube.
Is that working?
YouTube as well. You've got to mute your YouTube.
Is that working? How's that?
I can still hear my perfect background.
I just delete the YouTube off altogether once we're on StreamYard. That's what happened to me, remember.
How do I shut off the YouTube side?
Delete the YouTube off altogether once we're on StreamYard.
Have you got the chat on YouTube?
Just
I just, by the way, have you got the chat on YouTube? I just, by the way, have you got the chat on YouTube?
Dang it.
Because that's why it's echoing. Because
I know, I'm not sure how to turn it off.
That's why it's echoing. Because
I know, I'm not sure how to turn it
the StreamYard, you muted yourself. It wants muting on YouTube. I know, I'm not sure how to turn the StreamYard, you muted yourself. It wants muting on YouTube. Hey, we've got Ian in.
Okay, hang on, I'll be back.
It's all right. We're going. Yes, we are. We're going up in the world, Ian. I think what it is she's on StreamYard. Obviously, she's joined the panel, but I think she's also got a YouTube, and it's not muted. So, I mean, actually, there's no need for. I mean, I do have it on just in case I miss a comment or something, but there's no really any need to have the YouTube channel or the YouTube open, because this is streaming to YouTube anyway.
Okay, I'm on my phone again.
All right.
So I don't know how to mute with the YouTube side. I guess I'm gonna have to talk to Jessica or somebody because I have no idea how to do it. So how's that? Okay.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine.
All right.
So yeah, I'll just tell everybody. We're just making a simple ginger sponge cake today. No frosting, no nothing. It can be eaten as a cake. It can be eaten as a dessert. You name it. It's very adaptable. You know, in a lunchbox, for a picnic, anything. Very adaptable. It's very easy to make. So yeah. So Laurie sort of said last week, I want something simple.
Hey, there was way too many dishes the last time. I didn't like doing all them dishes. It was not fun.
But this is the thing. If you're baking, then you know it's like me. I've got all my sort of implements one side, all my baking ingredients other. I've got my mixer, and my tin and my bowl and everything.
Oh, I got everything ready. It's just,
but I don't have to worry because Chris washes pots.
Oh, that's not even fair. And it's all the after effects I don't like.
But yes, I'm like you, Laurie. I haven't got the luxury of having a dishwasher.
No, I don't want one. I had one. We sold it when we first moved here. I don't like dishwashers.
Basically, you're looking, as I said other day in your live stream, chief cook and bottle washer, and that means jack of all trades. But I mean, it's not that I don't like them; it's just the fact that we haven't got the room in the kitchen for one.
Yeah, we didn't really either. We just had one that you would hook up to the sink faucet and use. I was like, nah, I don't need that.
The thing is, with dishwashers, it's not as good as washing them by hand, and at least washing them by hand, you know that they're clean and So, yeah, so we've got 5 in at the moment. Chris has just made me a coffee. I'll just show Laurie my mug.
I'm trying to pull you back up on my computer so I can watch the chat at least. Then I can watch the chat. Okay, I'm going to turn the volume down.
Got a special mug, look.
Baking with Jeanette. That's cute.
Yeah. And
yeah.
I've also got a picture there. That's a thing that Steve did.
Oh, how nice! Wow.
So yeah,
awesome.
I've had this one quite Jessica's cute mug. I have had it quite a while.
Hi, Jessica.
Chris got one with Pixie's channel on, and the picture that he sort of took during photography. So I mean, we've got Zach, how are you?
Hey everybody.
So when you're ready, are you ready, or are we all ready to
I'm
go?
ready when you guys are ready.
Yeah.
I would just putting that tin together.
So yeah,
here.
That's Martin. Look. Oh,
I used a bigger one. I didn't have a smaller one like that, so I just used my bigger pan. So they're going to come out thinner.
That into small one. That's the big one.
See,
it is
mine
quite
is
a big one. It is. I think it's actually a brownie pan, but I'm not sure about it.
I hope this isn't way too
brownie pan as well.
Mine's like a 9 by 13. I don't have any small ones.
Oh, well, it does say on it says 28 by 18 centimeters or 11 by 7 inches. So yeah, so it sounds about right. I'm just going to swap my camera. I'm just going to swap my camera over so you can. I know I'll go dark a minute.
But that could go in this one.
Right, that is it. That's the only problem with having a 2-camera setup. Your thing has to go blank in order to be able to swap the cameras over.
So I'm not the only one having troubles. That makes me feel better.
Oh dear, I mean, not so long ago, Tracy kept freezing, so Johnny bought her a new camera. So we are. That's what I said. You know, don't worry if you know we have a few niggles along the way. It's all part and parcel of it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So right, so we've got oven on, and it says 180 degrees centigrade, 350 degrees Fahrenheit, gas mark 4, and obviously I've just shown you grease pan. So it says in a mixing bowl, you need 200 grams of self-raising flour. What's that in American? What's that? I know all-purpose is plain.
Let's put it in here.
So yeah, so there's 200 grams of flour, not all-purpose, self-raising flour. Into this also you need 200 grams of sugar. Now I've used caster sugar. It can be any sugar, you know, stevia, whatever, granulated sugar. I prefer to use caster sugar. So that's 200 grams of flour, self-raising, and 200 grams of sugar. And also 1 teaspoon of bicarbonate of soda. That is baking soda to you, Laura, baking soda.
Gotcha.
So that goes in there. And it says 1 teaspoon of ginger, but if you like that ginger flavour, to add as much or as little as you want, added a little bit more than a teaspoon, so that goes in there. That is brown ginger.
Bit more.
So we're just gonna mix this together. So now we've got to add the margarine, which is 55 grams of margarine.
I cheated. I mixed mine in already.
Oh,
I did.
good. Yeah. Now, me and Tracy have got one of these. I don't know whether you've seen them, Laurie, but the a pastry cutter.
I do have one of those. Yes. I didn't even.
Can you
I just
use
used,
butter?
I just
yeah,
I had a glove on my hand, and then I stuck my hand in there and did it, and then I pulled the glove
Yeah,
off.
well, I mean, this saves, you know, you're getting Jan's messy and everything, and basically it does it just as well. Can you use butter? I would imagine so, Jessica, but because this Because see, I get a margarine that's called best for baking. So if it calls for margarine, I use the baking margarine, but I also get the butter in it as well, if that makes sense.
I like to use real butter too, but I actually use margarine in this because the recipe called for it.
But I mean, I buy both because some recipes call for butter, some call for margarine, and then the reason why. Anyway, so I'm just going to use my pastry cutter, and it does say rub it in with your fingers till it resembles breadcrumbs, but
yeah, but I did it the old-fashioned way.
But you see, the thing is, Laurie, I've got really bad arthritis in my hands, and I find as well, with it having sort of that handle, it's a lot easier to grip. And it just as good a job.
My problem is I forget what tools I have in the kitchen because I don't bake all the time. I know I have that. I mean, I know I have one, but I didn't dig it out because I never thought of it.
Well, it's like me. I've got a whole double cupboard for my baking things. And I said to Chris, now where's that such and such? Have you looked under the cupboard? I know it's there somewhere. Because I haven't used it for a long time. I mean, I've got every sort of tin going, and every sort of baking implement. I mean, these are worth getting, Laurie. If like me, you've got problems with hands, and I mean, I don't know how much in American dollars they are, but they're very, very cheap here in the UK. I think it were about $4.99, weren't it, Tracy?
Yeah, they were, yeah.
Because when I purchase something, I always say to Tracy, get Johnny to buy this.
Yeah.
I mean, like the cupcake for her. I bought it, and I says to Johnny, I says, you've got to get Tracy one of these. So basically, he went out and got a one.
This is going to be a real test because I pulled out another dish, but I didn't have any more margarine out soft, so I buttered it with real butter. We'll see what happens.
Oh, so let me just show you that, guys. That is mine, and as you can see, me and Tracy have both used the cutter, and it just looks like you've done it by hand with your fingertips.
Yeah,
that's how it's worth having. You've got your hands clean. I haven't had to touch the mixture or anything.
That's why we're in love. I have a whole box of gloves in the house. If I make meatloaf, you can use them too.
Jessica says she has a pastry cutter. I honestly, Jessica, since I've started using one, I says to Chris, they're worth the weight in gold. It's so much easier than sort of, and when you've got arthritis in your hands, it makes a lot of difference. So it says the next step is I'm making a little well in the middle, because into this you want 1 egg. Has Tracy frozen? Oh, I thought you'd frozen. Then it looked like you would, you play musical statues.
More hot water, because I think that makes cold.
Oh yeah, Chris did mine come in here and he says, "Is this right?"
So I've got to put an egg into that mixture. That mixture.
So in this, you need 1 beaten egg.
Yeah, beaten egg.
I've made a well in mine.
Oh. Let me just get
2 tablespoons of golden syrup. So I've just put that straight in middle with
The egg.
yeah, with the little well that I made for the egg. I've just put it straight in there with the egg. Right. So now here's where the water goes in as well. So you want 240 mils or 9 fluid ounces of hot water. Now, Chris did boil this before we came on, so it is hot water. It's just not boiling. So in that goes. I'm going to have a go at mixing it with my wooden spoon because it does say mix well with a wooden spoon until combined. But if it don't sort it, if I'm not satisfied with the mixture, I'm going to give it a whiz with my electric mixer.
Yep, I was ready for you. I got mine out just in case.
Because I don't know about yours, but it seems a little
sitting right
lumpy.
here waiting for me.
Yeah, it does seem a little lumpy size. So I thought I'll even though it does say mix it with a wooden spoon, I've got the electric mixer on standby just in case. You know, if there's one thing I don't like it lumpy. So I'm just going to give it a quick whisk with the electric whisk.
Yes, ma'am. It's working out. I got the master in front of me. How could it not work out? Except I make a mess.
Hey, if you're a baker, there's no baking without a mess. Tracy will tell you the same thing. When you're baking, you always get a mess.
It'll be all right.
Pardon?
Do you think I'll have to put my beater to it, or do you think it'll be okay? It's all into like a combined smooth thing. Is that how yours is?
Yeah, I've got one of them that Tracy's got as well. Look. $2.99 in English money.
I don't have one of those. What the heck is that thing?
Magic whisk.
It's a whisker, you know, like when you're whisking your eggs, like a mini whisker. I've got one of them as well. In fact, I've got two. Hi, Dr. Smith.
Hi, Dr. Smith.
I've got quite a few. I just mixed mine, Tracy, a bit more.
Hi,
because
everybody.
I don't know whether you're the same, Laurie, but mine were like a little bit lumpy.
Oh, right.
Mine came out real well.
It's all smooth.
But I just seen your hubby's legs, Jessica said. So now
You did. Oh my gosh, Jessica, you saw your legs, hon. Yeah.
This now goes in the baking tin.
What, did that excite her?
I don't know. She didn't say yet.
Can I have another look so I can sort of make my own decisions?
In order to get around.
I think Jeanette heard you.
Oh,
He says he
dear.
needs them to get around.
mixing might a slightly bit too big. I've got it in oat corners anyway. But the thing is, the reason why, if you're using self-raising flour, and the reason you put
Well, Jeanette, I'm going to do something a little different with mine. I'm just going to show you. I'm going to show you here. I have cinnamon sugar. And I'm going to sprinkle it all over the top because us Americans, we really like a lot of spice.
I've got it.
So I'm going to sprinkle cinnamon sugar on top.
I've got cinnamon, but I ain't got sugar.
It'll make it look real pretty too. It'll cook up really nice with the sugar.
Yeah, put a bit of cinnamon on.
Yeah, I thought about that because I used to have, like with gingerbread type of stuff, you usually have molasses. So I'm thinking without molasses, we need something to spice it up a little bit. So I decided to put some cinnamon sugar in it and see how it works.
Could we make us own Jeanette cinnamon sugar with a bit of castor sugar and a bit of cinnamon mixed together?
Yeah, you mix your own.
That's a good idea.
I have one of these little glass cups, and I mix sugar and cinnamon together.
Oh, yeah, I've just said to Chris, can you get me some castor sugar and some cinnamon? I've got my whisker thing, so I can. Good idea.
I mean, you can even buy it mixed. I'll show you what we have.
Jessica says the best part about baking is how good it smells in the house.
So you
put it in a dish.
You can buy it already mixed in the store too.
Oh. Well, you see, we've either got to make the dough, which is like sugar and cinnamon, and mix it together, but we can't buy it already made. Oh, that looks nice.
Oh, wow. That's not even nice. But that's what it looks like with the cinnamon sugar on top. And that'll actually give it, that'll give it a little, it might make it a little crispy on top too.
Oh, yeah, definitely. I agree with you.
And that I like. So
in the same bowl. Yeah, well, I'll just bring cinnamon in and I'll, we might need a, it doesn't matter.
Now, if you put cinnamon sugar on yours and you tell me you don't like it, I'm going to feel really bad for talking you into it.
No, we like anything cinnamon. I mean, I've made cinnamon covered donuts. Absolutely love them.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Cinnamon donuts, yeah, we had that before, didn't we?
So, yeah, don't worry about that, Laurie. We're on board with that one.
Anything sweet.
What I've done is, look, I've just put some castor sugar in a bowl, and that's with cinnamon.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think we've made quite a few things that called for. Weren't it them cupcakes that we made?
Yeah, cupcakes we made last ginger.
That were made with cinnamon sugar.
Cupcakes out cream.
Yeah, we've made cinnamon sugar quite a few times.
Yeah.
So don't worry about that, Laura.
All right. I just thought it would give it a nice little kick. It almost looked like in the picture that it had cinnamon sugar on it too, in the picture.
There you go,
it does look like it's got some sort of a like a topping on it, doesn't it? I mean, it don't really need a massive amount, just a coating to, same as you said, give it that extra kick.
Yeah.
I'd like to think I'd almost be able to talk my hubby into doing these few dishes, but I'm sure he won't. But they all fit in the bowl that the flour and sugar was in, so that's cool. I won't be at the sink all night. Yeah.
Right, so I don't know whether you can see mine as well. Mine's got the
Yep, I see it. Tracy used quite a bit.
Yeah, we all ready to go there. I've still got some. Might actually make some donuts and
I like it.
use that
I
tomorrow.
like it. I do like cinnamon though. So
Yeah, I do too.
I'm sure it'll go down a treat.
Jessica says she loves cinnamon, even a cinnamon stick in tea is fabulous. So right, this needs to go in the oven now. It says between 35 and 40 minutes. So I have actually set my timer for 40 minutes. I'll get Chris to check it at 35 and see what we like. But yeah, I've set it for 40 minutes just to be on the safe side. But I'll get Chris to check it for. Right, are you ready, baby?
Right.
So yeah. Oh, that's another thing as well. If we are taste testing it, I need a knife. Because basically, once this
What is it? Oh, I'll just put some
in the oven.
Laura's is already in oven.
It's in.
Yeah. Right, mine's in as well.
Yeah, that's mine. I'm just at this end a minute. I won't be a minute. I need to get some of this ready.
You might have told us, I think there's a plate already on here. So I'll be able to cut your piece and taste test it while we actually live.
I actually got the opportunity to use my coffee pot for the first time. That's where I got my hot water from.
Did you realise it's just said, Laurie? It says
no,
so I can poison him. It said so I can poison him live.
Oh no. That was just cinnamon sugar you put in there, right?
Yeah, that's it. That's all I did. Cinnamon sugar on top.
It wasn't poison, right?
No. Well, he got the sugar and he got me the cinnamon.
Oh, so if he's poisoned, he did it himself.
Yeah, exactly. There we go. One night, this is Amjad. One night I went to my best cousin's house. She made Cheerios with cinnamon sugar. Oh my God, they were delicious.
Churros.
Yeah.
Churros.
The thing is, me and Tracy, same as say, the snickerdoodle cupcakes, that were just sprinkled with cinnamon sugar. And then we've done like a baked donut, and you dip them in like butter, and then you dip them in cinnamon sugar. Absolutely gorgeous. But yeah, you know, we've done cinnamon sugar quite a few times, but I've not seen anywhere here in the UK where you can actually buy it ready made.
Wow, that's something else.
I suppose,
yeah, but they get you. It's cheaper to make your own because they get you when you buy it. I just buy one about once a year. I like to mix my own anyway because you make it as strong as you want it, you know. So
the thing is, if you make your own, you can put as much or as little cinnamon in as you like.
Exactly.
Whereas if you buy it ready made, you know, you don't know how much cinnamon's gone in it, but you know, you can sort of, well, you know, I don't think this has got enough cinnamon in it. I'll pour it a bit more cinnamon in. The same as you said.
It's really good for toast. For buttered toast.
Yeah.
Oh, it is so good.
You know, if you make it yourself, then you know how little or how much to put in. Just says they like a dessert, Jessica, with a special pastry and fried. And you
Tracy's doing her dishes again. Tracy's doing her dishes.
Oh dear. But yeah, I know sort of we've got to wait 40 minutes, but the thing is, once it's done, it's done. If that makes sense, we've got no you know, we've got no sort of decorating to do, and it's just basically a plain sponge cake. Well, not a plain sponge cake, obviously, but it's, you know, no faffing with
Scratching that ear. Okay, give me some down.
That's Buster, that is.
No, give me. Stop it. I can all hear you, you silly sausage.
I'll have to have a look them up. I think I have seen them, and they're like, you can get like Cheerio sticks, and they're like sticks that you pipe them out through in a piping bag, but you fry them, you don't bake them. So
they sound good.
Like
I've never had
them. Soft pastry interior, but like a crispy exterior. Jessica, does the dog want some? It sounds like it.
It's scratching his ear. It's got an ear infection, we think. And keeps on crying out. He keeps scratching it. Give up.
Oh dear.
He's just walking up.
And Amjad says, yeah, that's the one. I have heard of them, Amjad, but I've never actually made them. It's a bit similar to say you use a piping bag and pipe them in like a, you know, you can do them in all shapes and different things, you know, a long stick, or you can art shapes, round circles, or whatever. But
maybe you should do that on your live sometime. Make those.
I'll have to look into it. Yeah, but, you know,
That'll be different.
There again, that's simple. You know, simple enough to
do.
do.
351?
Let's use my kettle. Coffee.
Is it? Yes.
But yeah, I mean, I think this is simple enough to do. Right, I'm just looking on my phone to see if I can my cousin used a piping bag for the pastry and fries them and dip them in sugar. Yeah, I think they another sort of like spicy recipe as well. Oh,
that sounds good, Jessica.
you see the site that I've got this recipe off, they do one as well. Cheerios. It's melted butter, vanilla extract, plain flour, which is your all-purpose flour, a teaspoon of baking powder, a litre of sunflower oil, and a few chunks of bread. Huh?
Yeah.
It says for the sauce, but it looks like they dipped with chocolate. So it says 200 grams of dark chocolate, not too bitter, broken into chunks, 100 mils of double cream, which is your heavy cream, 100 mils of whole milk, 3 tablespoons of golden syrup, half a teaspoon of vanilla extract, and cinnamon sugar, 100 grams of caster sugar and 2 tablespoons of cinnamon. So it says basically boil the kettle, then measure 300 mils of boiling water into a jug and add the melted butter and vanilla extract. Sift the flour and baking powder into a mixing bowl with a big pinch of salt. Make a well in the centre, then pour in the contents of the jug very quickly deep into the flour with a wooden spoon until lump-free. Rest for 10 to 15 minutes while you make the sauce. Put all the sauce ingredients in a pan, gently melt together until you have a smooth, shiny sauce. Keep warm on a low heat. So basically, it says to the litre of oil is basically you put them in you put the oil into your saucepan, and that's how you fry them.
Ah. What kind of oil is it?
It's
I thought I heard you say sunflower oil.
yeah, it does say a litre of sunflower oil.
Okay.
It says fit a star nozzle to a piping bag, 1.5 to 2 centimeters wide is a good size. Fill with the rest of dough, then put 2 to 3 strips directly into the pan. So that, yeah, basically you pipe it straight from the piping bag into the oil. Oh, Boston cream donut. I did download a Boston cream pie. It says fry until golden brown and crisp. It says be careful here, because if air bubbles form in the Cheerios, they can explode. Wow.
You see that, Tracy? I could do my dishes too. Nobody'd even know it.
I'm not. I can't. I'm not. I put my backy down somewhere and I can't even find it. Brought it in. Oh, it's here.
Basically, the chocolate sauce is for dipping them in, by the way. Oh, bless you. So basically, you dip once they've come out of the fryer. Yeah, it does say a litre of oil because you put it in a saucepan and you fry the Cheerios. So it does say once you've cooked them, you toss them in the cinnamon sugar, and then you use the chocolate sauce for a dip. So there you go. So it could be something we can look into.
I think they'd be good without the chocolate. Just with the cinnamon sugar.
But the thing is, it's like this what we're making today. You can have it as a dessert. You can have it with sugar, custard. You can have it with ice cream. You can have it with, cream that you want. So it's one of these things where they're very adaptable, and or you can just eat it as a cake. As a plain old cake. I mean, you don't have to have it as a dessert. You can just take a square.
It's going to be dessert.
Dr. Smith said no forever. I was nearly 3 minutes behind. Oh dear. But yeah, and as for the Cheerios. You can have a strawberry dip. You can have anything really.
You can have fruit with them too.
Yeah, you can have a strawberry dip. You can have any dip that you want. You don't necessarily have to be chocolate.
I wanted to show you something also, because it would probably go really good with this. But we were talking about it last week. Oh, where's my other one? There it is. Here's our whipped cream. This is the one called Cool Whip I was telling you about.
Yeah. Ooh, it's like ready whipped cream, isn't it?
It's real good. You can buy it like that, or you can buy it in a can, ready whip. You just shake it. You shake it.
We, that's what yeah, that's what Gordo won about last night when he says, "What do you call squirty cream?" Well, that's
yeah.
exactly the same thing. We have squirty cream, but like, yeah, we've got sort of you know, a reduced fat squirty cream. You can have a full fat.
This here you could keep in your freezer for like a year, and it'll stay good. Wow. And it doesn't take long to thaw out. Just put it down in your fridge if you want it for on pie or something. Yeah. We buy this all the time. My husband loves it on pumpkin pie, and I love it on brownies.
Yeah, we ain't got anything like that. You know.
Wow. You guys are getting ripped off.
Yeah, it might do it in Aldi down that aisle, American aisle.
Say that again, Tracy.
Where we've got the marshmallow fluff from Aldi.
Yeah.
Well, they've got an aisle there, haven't they? From
like all American food. Yeah.
Might be able to see something like that.
Yeah.
Jessica.
or when anyone else fails, you know, on Amazon. Because that's where I got my
second dome.
Yeah. It's basically, we made this recipe that called for marshmallow fluff. Now it's predominantly American.
Yeah.
Now
lovely enough.
Tracy got hers from, like, they were doing like an American themed aisle, you know what I mean? All the things were American. Yeah, but I just looked it up on Amazon and got mine off Amazon. So, you know, we sort of we'd got a plan B because you can make your own marshmallow fluff. So we did say that if neither of us could get it, that we can, you know, resort to plan B and just make his own. So, but we didn't have to because we both managed to get some. So, you know, it's quite good, you know, our Amazon that, you know, there's not a lot that you can't get on there.
Yeah.
So, you know, if there's anything that calls for Cool Whip, you know, I mean, I have actually seen a few recipes, you know, that call for Cool Whip. So if they need a rise,
I don't think you'd be able to have it delivered to you though, unless they have a freezer truck, because it melts real quick. I mean, it thaws out real quick. By the time you get it, it would be like no good. So I don't think that's something that you could really order online.
Oh.
Because it's more or less it's a refrigerated product, you know. It's not doesn't come off the shelf, comes out of the cooler, you know, when you buy it.
Yeah.
And then you're supposed to refrigerate it right away when you get it home. So kind of like ice cream, if you think about it that way, you know.
Yeah. Gone all quiet now.
Ice cream.
But yeah, I mean, there's a lot of things that, you know, I mean, it's like one or two at recipes. Now, don't get me wrong. I did a collaboration. I've done quite a few collaborations with baking channels, and this particular baking channel, well, it's not baking. She does baking, she does cooking, she does, you know, everything. But the thing is, and this is what sort of gnarls at me a little bit, is when she does the baking, everything is packet bought. If you understand what I'm saying. It's
no, I don't.
Like a cake mix, and it's like not like we doing, mixing it from scratch and, you know, down to the basic, you know, flour and everything. And she gets about 4K views on it.
Oh my gosh.
And, you know, when I says to Chris, I says, That's one thing that, don't get me wrong, all well and good to her and, do whatever, do whatever works sort of thing. But it does gnaw me a little bit that everything I bake is from scratch. Basically, she put together either a cake or a whatever, but it's from scratch. It's like all packet things.
Out of a packet.
Oh,
I've seen people.
You know what I mean? And
like a cake mix in a box.
yeah.
I have a cupboard full of them. And brownie mix.
You can get where I'm coming from,
But when you're doing a baking show, you want to make things from scratch.
Yeah.
I mean, I use like those pastry sheets that you buy in the freezer. I love those to make like cherry and apple turnovers. I use those a lot. And that's kind of cheating because I don't make my own pastry, but those are really good. But I mean, I wouldn't do. I actually did do a live on that. I made lemon turnovers one night, and I used the pastry sheets and baked them up. And I sat here and I ate one during my live. It's quick and
what I
easy.
mean. Yeah, the thing the thing that it's. I don't want to sound. I don't want to sound like I'm having a go because I'm not. But anybody can buy packet bought stuff and sit and bake.
Exactly.
If that makes sense to you, anybody can buy a packet.
Not scratch. It's definitely not scratch. It's already mixed for you. All you do is add the egg, the oil, and the water, and that's it.
Exactly. Yeah.
So,
and to me, that in proper baking. To me, that in proper baking.
You're not saying because that's what my mum used to always say. If you bake it from scratch with your own flour and stuff, that's what you call baking, isn't it?
Proper baking, yeah. And I totally agree. You know what I mean? And it's like me.
Like I don't like me. We
carry on the Sunday roast tradition, and we always have a Sunday roast. Now, I can't remember the last time we ever bought a dessert pudding or whatever, because I make one every week. And Chris, Callum, they look forward to something different every week, so I like to try and mix it up a little bit, if it's like jam roly-poly or if it's a cheesecake or an apple pie, an apple crumble or something like that. I always try and mix it up, but everything is done from scratch, including
my
the
pies.
crumble.
I make my pies from scratch too.
Yeah.
There's no better way.
Chocolate pastry.
So it's one of these things where she's doing well with the channel and all respect to her, take my hat off to her, but it's in my eyes, anybody could sit there and do that, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
And that's sort of what irks me a little bit about it. I'm trying my best. I do a live baking show every Tuesday to show people how to bake things. And I've sort of been losing subs hand over fist for a long time now. And it gets to the point where you're thinking, now, is it really worth it? I'm sort of busting my gut to give the viewers what they want, baking wise and everything. But I don't, I'm going nowhere fast, sort of thing. But that's my little rant over anyway.
I'll just wash my hands.
You know, when it's
smelling good in here. I can smell it already.
We've got 16 minutes left. So,
oh my, that looks so good.
Hey,
It's puffing right up.
Jessica, I'm desperate for my hair done. I've
Me
got to
too.
the point where, you know, when I don't know what to do with it.
I just need a style.
How do I like it?
I've grown it. You know,
I think we should just all shave our heads. Wouldn't that be one hell of a life, huh?
Oh dear. I've got like all my grey hairs coming through, and you know, since I had the curls, I've been hesitant to dye my hair because obviously I had them in my head, and I'm a bit hesitant to do it because the shingles could have made my head terribly sensitive. And I thought, well, knowing my luck, I'll end up in hospital, all my eyes is puffed up and all my face is puffed up. So I've been reluctant to colour it. But it definitely wants cutting. Without that.
I don't know what I want that to do with mine at the moment. I tried to dye it myself last Monday, last week. Well, I didn't try to dye it. I dyed it. I was going to dye it. And I mixed all the dye up and everything ready to do. And I got sidetracked with something else and I ended up not doing it. And I thought, oh, that stuff's still there. I went to open it and it exploded, Jeanette. All up the kitchen door, all over my kitchen curtains, everywhere. And I only had a little bit left to put on my hair. And when I put it on my hair, it turned my hair green.
Oh, God.
That's why I've got my hat on, because top of my hair is green and back of my hair is black. I have to get it sorted quickly. I've got to get a hair strip.
Oh, dear. Well, you couldn't make that sort of
green hair.
Yeah, you couldn't make that up, Tracy, you know what I mean? But it's like me. I sit with my mirror and then Chris sort of, I put, you know, rinse it off over at bath. But I find as well, I don't know about you, but the conditioner that they put in the hair dyes, it makes my hair ever so greasy.
Yeah, I don't really
our hairdressers, Jessica, have actually reopened.
Definitely, Jess, you can sort mine out, but I'll sort the green out. You can just sort the style out of my hair. Can you manage that, Amjad?
Oh, dear.
I'm not showing you top half. Look, a little bit there.
Are you
listening anymore?
That's what she says. She makes hair dye all up and everything because we were going to sing. And she got so she said, I thought, oh crumbs, I've mixed my hair dye. She says it exploded all up, please, all up door and everywhere. And then she says there was a bit left, so she put it on her hair and it turned her top of her head green. So that's why
you want to see what
that's why I put a hat on.
Let's give a look, Chris. Give the flash of your green hair.
Chris wants to see your green hair, Tracy.
Curtain first. Look, Jeanette.
Oh dear, it's all up curtains and everywhere.
What if I've ordered some new red ones or getting some new red ones?
Oh dear. So that sort of thing that you can't make up, you know what I mean? And it's so easily done, you know.
Look, Tracy.
Chris wants to see your green hair.
You want to see my hair?
Yeah, Chris wants to see your green hair.
I don't know if you can see, but
you can't really see it, Tracy.
I made a parting to cover it over, if you know what I mean, but I don't know.
No, you can't really see it.
Well,
sort of, you can't really see it.
Yellow. Supposed to be black.
Yeah. You can see like a green tinge to it, but I wouldn't say it were.
But the hair at back's gone black. Look, she just didn't take up top.
Yeah, same as Chris says, you can hardly see it.
I expected it to be this bright green.
That's what I'm expecting. I expect to see like a right green Mohican down middle. You know what I mean? From a distance, you can't see it at all.
I think the grey parts of your hair, like you say when you go grey. I think that's what I didn't take. Let me just put that camera back
Sorry about that.
You've missed the humdinger that here, Laurie. Tracy was telling us.
I'm telling you.
So she's actually just shown us the green hair, but you can't really tell,
green,
to be honest with you.
Green. Yeah, I don't know. I see lots of people online on there doing their lives with green hair, pink hair, you name it hair.
Hey, I'll tell you something though. We visited a friend recently, and I was me and Callum were sat in car, and she come out this shop, and it was absolutely gorgeous, and it was like a pinky blue, purpley, and it were like all combined. It looked absolutely gorgeous. Hiya, Gordo. I can't really explain it to you. We are but it looked absolutely. I thought, well, that must have took some doing, because it were like all sort of intermingled, but you could see like the pink and like a violet. It looked awesome, honestly.
I saw it when I was a young girl. That was a long time ago. In church, a lady with the most beautiful blue hair I ever saw in my life. It was like a real light blue. It just looked gorgeous on her. Gorgeous. Yeah. I've never seen it since. That's the only person I ever saw.
Yeah, this was a young lady, and I thought, well, that must have took hours, to colour it and everything to get that effect. It looked absolutely fantastic.
Yeah.
And I thought, well, if I were a bit younger, I'd go for that sort of thing, but I'm not. So we've only got 8 more minutes, guys.
It's a blackout time.
But yeah, it looked lovely on her because you're only probably about 20 odd. But I'm thinking, well, I don't think I could pull anything off like that. But Steve that does his garden, he's been today. And
my cake is done. You better check your cake. Check your cake, Jeanette. Mine's done.
Brave art scrapper raiding coming. Johnny says, who's paying gas bill? But yeah, Steve that comes and does his garden, he's come and trimmed edge and everything today. I had a terrible night. I was still awake at nearly 4 a.m. this morning, and it was a shoulder. So I got up just as they were sort of getting ready to cut edge, and I says, I had a terrible night. I says, it's not the shoulder I lie on as well. I lie on this side. I lie on my left side. I don't think I've been on mine. And it was my right shoulder that's been killing me. And it's honestly, Laurie, I lay there and I would like doing everything. If you'd have laughed if you'd have seen me. I'm laying in bed and I'm putting my arm in air just so I could sort of manipulate it a bit. I was trying everything.
Right. Yeah. You want to check your cake, Jeanette? Jeanette, check your cake. Mine's done. It's already out of the oven.
Oh, just check it, baby. Laura says hers is done and it's out of oven. So yeah, not a very good night. When I told this Steve that cuts this edge and whatever, he says, "You're too young to be having arthritis." I says, "Another year and I'll be 60." Oh wow, that looks gorgeous.
It smells even better.
I very smells. All I can hear is Chris going.
Taste test.
I don't think you want it red hot. Ooh,
That looks cooked to me, my girl.
Yeah.
You've got
Tracy, get hers out.
Yeah.
Ooh. Hang on a minute. I'm just ready. I've got him a little plate. I'll put the camera down in a minute. Yeah.
Is yours done as well then, Jeanette?
Yeah. Yeah, it's gorgeous. It looks absolutely gorgeous.
Yeah, mine is done. Pops right back when you touch it.
Taking its time swapping over. So I'm trying to swap camera over so you can see.
Oh,
mine came out clean.
Okay.
No, mine.
Is yours done, Tracy?
Yeah, exactly. Gan it by name, gan it by nature. Can you see? Try not to touch it because it's red hot. I bet that's pot nest.
I bet it is.
I didn't know.
That is now an international live stream with Laurie.
Well, yeah, look. Ooh. So I've got a thingy because it is red hot. We're actually doing a taste test live for Park Nest.
Oh,
Look at that. That is ginger sponge cake. Obviously, we've got to let it cool down a little bit. Oh, I wish we'd got smell-o-vision because it smells absolutely gorgeous.
Mine's not quite done, Jeanette. It was a bit soft.
I can tell mine's done because
I think
yeah, it's done to perfection. Mine is. And you know, we're sprinkling that cinnamon sugar on top. It's made the top crispy. So,
Still steaming.
so I have got a plate ready and a knife when it's cooked down because I'm gonna let Chris taste test it.
Oh, you're not gonna test it yourself?
No. I'll let him be.
It's good. It's really good. I like that recipe.
So you can safely say, oh, sliding off that thing. Safely say that you'll be making it again then, Laurie.
Probably so.
Do you like it? Is it nice?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's really good.
Are you just having it plain?
Plain.
Plain. Just on its own.
You know, without anything.
No, nothing on it. I like anything that's hot.
Yeah.
Especially cake. Yeah, it's really tasty.
So do you think we're tasting it, Laura? Do you think it needs some with it, like a bit of custard, ice cream, or just eat it just like that?
I think anything would be good with it.
The same as I've said, it's such an adaptable recipe. It's classed as a cake, but in reality, you can have it as a dessert, you can have it with custard, you can have it with ice cream, you can have it basically with anything.
Yeah.
I don't think Chris wants to try mine red hot, because it is a red hot.
Mine's still in oven because it wasn't quite done.
Come on, Chris, try it.
The thing in it come out.
It's good, trust me.
Oh, help me God, Jay.
Hi, Jay.
Very good video, Jay.
Feeling hot. I'm just going to cut into it.
Mm-hmm. I have half the cake gone. What's your problem?
Laurie's set off for hers already. So yeah,
It's so good warm. We'll see what it's like when it's cold, but it's really good warm.
Oh dear. Hiya, Ken. How are you? It's all right. We're just getting
Right, okay.
trying to get a piece out. I forgot about
Let's
that.
get it out of the oven.
That's a nice timer for me, Jeanette, because that should be full time now. Check mine again.
Yeah.
Oh,
I'm just trying to get a piece out to actually show you, but it is actually still in pan. So, baby, can you get me? It is ginger sponge cake, Ken. Yeah, my palette knife. I've cut like three squares. Oh, that looks nice, Tracy. But I think, good idea, Laurie, that the cinnamon topping made it lovely and any sauce on it. It's one of these recipes that you can have Cool Whip, you can have ice cream, you can have custard.
Yeah.
You can basically have it with anything on its own.
The cinnamon really makes it tasty too. The cinnamon sugar, it really makes it tasty.
Yeah. So yeah, Chris is just getting me a palette knife out, and if he drops dead on a live stream, I've poisoned him.
Hey, hon, you want to try this? He's not my guinea pig.
Because I've used a big tin, it ain't sort of rose all that. You see?
Yeah.
Not rose all
That's
that.
what it is, Ken. It's just like a big gingerbread man. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. So I've only took the one piece out so Chris can try some. But it's that adaptable that you can either have it as a cake on its own, you can have it a dessert. Very, talking what a sweet sauce. The piece was waiting for you. Hey? Oh. Hi, Vanessa. How are you? Here's what we've made up. Ginger sponge cake.
First piece is the hardest one to get out, Tracy.
and I'm trying to get it out. I'm not burning my fingers.
First piece is always the hardest.
Really good, though.
Now, was this actually a broken weight stream? Yeah, sort of. I wait, you.
Hey, what do you think you're doing? Mine, that.
I can get you another piece.
Don't you worry, you are. Taking my piece. The bird. This is nice. No, that's it.
Oh. Mmm. Mm-mm-mm. Nice, isn't it?
Johnny, if you're watching, if you want to come for a tester.
No, great, not Henderson's relish.
Don't have none of that rubbish in our house.
Can they do the baking in real time? Yeah.
Come on over, guys. Come on over.
So yeah, you know, you're watching us live at the moment.
It's so good.
That's a piece on the plate.
Oh, look at that.
Nice cinnamon on top. Gone brown and crispy.
It's having a little piece. Oh, it's been on left.
I'm not going to finish that.
No, just have a spoonful and I'll have a bit off of the plate. You're not having a
Chris
piece
helped himself to another slice.
little square out. They can tell them what it tastes like. Sit down.
Don't be pointing bloody camera.
Well, let Ken on being as we've finished the
They've had a
baking.
taste on live.
Right, the size of that.
You're not eating it all. Just do that for me.
Right, watch.
Yeah, it's finger food.
I didn't know Tracy and Johnny were the same people.
Yeah, this is actually a live stream.
Wait, isn't Johnny on a diet? What's going on? I thought Johnny was on a diet.
Did you see the size of the piece I just got?
Oh, that's not what's on the plate?
I'm going to have it.
Very nice, yeah.
He said it's very nice, Jeanette.
Hey, Jeanette, since you're one of my favorite YouTubers, email me. I'll send you my special edition purple sticker.
Ooh.
Oh.
My email's there.
Well,
You ladies want one? There you go. I'll send you one.
They're all pre-lit.
Yeah, I've got some. We can do a
I got
sticker
room on my
swap.
board for one more.
Yeah, there's my email. Send it, and I'll definitely. I just got them.
And
Well,
Well, remember, there's two S's on the end of this phone.
Laurie, but Chris has had two.
Hello, trying to give a chance.
Yeah, that's right.
One of my,
So
my
basically-
subs, Crypto Cryptillion, who you all probably know, she loves the purple, so I figured let me do purple.
All right. What it
Yeah,
is
we gotta
we've
exchange
made
addresses there, Jeanette. I forgot about that.
Yeah. What?
So we can send out our stickers.
Yeah, because me and Laurie's swapping stickers. We swapping with Kevin as well. Kevin wants some stickers. Tracy and Johnny's wanting some. Good job. I've got a big pack of 50 envelopes in it. Yeah. I want to know what a gannet is. It is like a bird, but the one of these birds that will eat anything. So yeah, as I was saying, it's called ginger sponge cake, and that's basically it. That's all it is. A ginger sponge cake.
Very simple too. Very simple.
And how many ingredients? A lot of ingredients?
No.
But is that the ginger cake? I know my mom used to make one, and it would always stick to the pan. The first one, you try and get it out, and it always stuck to the bottom of the pan.
Yeah, my first one stuck. That's why I want another one.
Laurie will tell you, I always send Tracy and Laurie the recipe beforehand. And it just says an easy to make ginger cake. It's sticky, sweet, and subtly spiced. Perfect tea time treat for the colder months. And it's basically 200 grams of self-raising flour. Now, I don't know what you call that in America.
Of what?
Is it?
What do you call it?
What do you call it, Laurie? We call it self-raising flour.
Oh yeah, self-rising flour. Yeah. That's what we call it.
Why, Steve? Did you put a filling or top? No, nothing. Well, Laurie came up with a good idea. We made some cinnamon sugar. And she says, I've made some cinnamon, well, got it already made. And she says, I'm just going to sprinkle some cinnamon sugar on top. And I went, yeah, that's a good idea. So me and Tracy both did it. So, yeah, you just need self-raising flour, sugar, ground ginger, baking soda, margarine or butter, and 1 egg, 2 tablespoons of golden syrup. What do you call it, Laurie?
Karo syrup.
Oh, Carol. Okay.
Karo, yeah, corn
Yeah,
syrup.
corn syrup. Yeah.
Yeah.
And 240 mils of water. That's it.
Cup of water.
Easy.
Hot water.
Now, Lori, did you do anything different for US or no?
Well, the only difference with the recipes pretty much is the measuring. We do by cups and teaspoons.
Any difference though between margarine and butter though? A different flavor or anything?
Oh yeah, you can't beat real butter. We love it. I hardly ever keep margarine in the house. The only thing about using butter with baking is you have to be careful because it will burn. Butter will burn.
Yeah.
So you have to be kind of careful with that.
Same as I was saying earlier, when the recipe calls for margarine, I've got both. I always buy block butter, but I always buy a baking margarine as well.
Yeah, so I use margarine when I make cookies. Yeah, margarine's good for when we bake cookies.
If it asks for butter, I use butter. But if it asks for margarine, then I use margarine.
Yeah.
Well, when you people use butter, though, do you use salted or unsalted?
Salted.
I don't.
Salted.
I don't. I guess it depends on you. You know.
We don't have salt at all. We don't have no salt whatsoever. So I always buy the unsalted. So yeah, we don't have. We don't have salt in his vegetables or anything.
Do you know that flour you can buy? What's called Pride?
Yeah.
Have you bought that? Have you ever seen it?
I have seen it. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, yesterday I went to go get butter anyway for today. I always use best butter, as you know, proper block butter. But I saw this butter and I thought, I wonder if that'll be all right to sort of save on, because best butter, proper butter is expensive, as you know. And that's it. It's Home Pride baking spread unsalted butter.
Oh, I've never seen that. Yeah. Oh,
I think we actually have that here.
Baking spread. Don't worry, Laurie. I've never seen.
Yeah. It was from
Gordo says too much is bad for you, and that's the reason why we don't have it. We don't have it in anything, and I don't put it in my baking.
Substitute.
My baking turns out just fine. Minus the salt. You know what I mean? So it's if you have salt, then salt, put it in. But I never put salt in any of my baking. We don't.
Usually you don't. It usually doesn't call for salt. Not too much for baking.
Although there's nothing like salted caramel, though.
I don't eat it.
Oh, yeah.
but yeah, I haven't decided what we're next week yet, though. I fancy, but they might be a bit difficult for Laurie. I want to have a go at these. They're called triffins. And and it's a combination of the Old English trifle and a muffin. So basically, you add sherry to the cupcake or muffin mix, and then you know the old core that I've shown you, the cupcake core. You cut a piece out of the cupcake, you fill that with custard and jam and then cream. So it's a bit like a trifle. But I have printed one off that sort of Chris peaked his ears up when it's what were they called? Lemon custard tea cakes. And basically cook them in a muffin pan. You put you make a custard and you mix some lemon curd in with it, and it's basically a third of the batter, some of the custard mix, and then some more of the batter on top. So you encase the custard in the sponge, and that's it.
Sounds good. Sounds good.
All right.
It does.
Jeanette, I'm going to take off. I got to get
So,
prep for another stream, but it was good seeing you ladies. And
yeah, I'll
send me the email. I'll definitely get you stickers. No worries.
All right.
Yeah, I'll
write
get
that
Chris.
down.
I'll get Chris to email you.
Okay.
See you
Sounds
later.
good. All right. Have a good night, ladies. We'll talk to you soon. Bye bye.
Yeah. Bye.
Well, it's lovely.
Hey, up
It's all
partner, see you now.
I've got an empty plate, Jeanette. Hello, partners.
Hi. Yeah, I'm only letting you know because we've all finished, and
You join us next week, partners.
I might do. Just that I'm elsewhere.
Because study.
And I'm a pop panel. Try to support this live stream where I can.
Oh, that's it.
You know about cooking. I'm just looking for.
We don't mind if a man wants to come and join us doing the baking stream, the more the merrier, you know what I mean? It's not just a ladies
It's more
thing.
social.
People baking.
More to support you, Jeanette.
Yeah, you see that Steve emailed Chris this afternoon. And because when I've done the thumbnails, I put Jeanette, Tracy, and Laurie, and it says it's sent like this. It's like a logo. So he says, have I got to add Laurie onto it? I said, well, Laurie said she can't guarantee that she'll be on every Tuesday. You know what I mean?
Laurie didn't say. We're getting the dogs outside.
If you remember, Laurie, I says to you last week, I says, will you be joining us next week? And you says, I don't know. I'll have to see what I've got planned.
Yeah. And then I said, only if it's easy.
I think she said,
I said, only if it's easy.
Them lemon custard tea cakes, you couldn't get any simpler, but you do have to make the custard and add the lemon curd to the custard. But apart from that, they're very simple. Don't think much of the new instructions on the PG tips. I followed it to the letter. Agitate, squeeze and remove old bag. I now have a black eye and Mrs. G's not talking to. Oh dear.
Oh my gosh.
Gordo is the joke teller. You know.
Oh, I can tell a few jokes.
Some of them are a bit corny, but yeah, I quite like that one. I've still got my coffee.
did you like your cake, Jeanette?
Oh yeah. Chris must like it because he's had 2 pieces.
No, just
had one piece.
I think the mistake I made is I made it in too big a tin. I could have done with making it in a smaller tin.
I got to plug in my phone pretty quick.
Do you think we can warm it back up again when we want to eat it again tomorrow? Or do we have to eat it cold?
Oh yeah. Well, you see, what I do is when I'm baking this Sunday, I more often than not make it either Friday or Saturday. And what Chris does, he puts it into each individual bowl and just warms it in
So I think it'll be better warm than cold.
But yeah, I really enjoyed that little piece that I had, but I could have done with putting it in a bit smaller tin.
You'll reach the one behind.
Why didn't you get it? Did it rise?
Say that again, Tracy.
Did your cake rise in the tin with you saying you could have done with a smaller tin, or is it just?
It's growers, but it's only sort of about like that thickness. It's not, you know, like Laura. I've got one of those. You know what Laura did hers in the glass dish. Hiya, Kevin. One of them glass pans that Laura's got. I've got one exactly the same. I could do it in that next time.
Well, I've not big medium. Right so mine's a glass one, but it's a bit smaller than Laura's. And it came right to the top. So right, lucky to put. It did tip over, come out.
Yeah. I think when I do it again, I think I'll do it in the glass dish, same as what Laura's done hers in. Because I think this tin will be too big, and it, obviously, with it being a bit bigger tin, it's not rose as much. It's rose, but not as much.
Yeah. I'm gonna treat myself to some new baking tins, I think.
Hey, Darkness, you missed Tracy revealing a green hair.
Green. What are you drinking?
She mixed the dye up. She got sidetracked, forgot all about it, went back to it, and it all exploded.
I was after it back to
oxidized copper or something.
It's been in my hot kitchen, you see, as well, and I had it in for a good few weeks. It might have been, I don't know, might not have been ready to. I shouldn't have really used it, really, should I?
Anyway, there were a bit left. So what bit were left? She put on top of her hair, and it's turned green.
Leave him
in the closet. Leave him in the closet.
No, I spent a week with my grandmother when I was young, and we went swimming in the pool at the school every day while we were there for a week. And when I got home, my mother asked me why the heck my hair was green. The chlorine turned my hair green. It had so much chlorine in the pool, it actually turned my hair green. Because back then, my hair was almost white. It was so blonde, you know. By the time I got home, I was green.
It took a while for that to go away. And strip it all out, back to it, see what colour it brings it, and then I can put a colour on what I want.
What is it, Doggo?
Gordo.
I'm laughing at Gordo. You know the black German Shepherd that Gordo's got. I showed you pictures of him yesterday. Yeah. It says Ronnie's in the doghouse. We had chicken stir fry with black bean sauce. There was loads, so put them in a pot for tomorrow. It was outside cooling. It says the little son took and nabbed it. They fancied a bit of chicken stir fry. Bless him. Well, it's probably
I don't think it's so little to the German Shepherd.
Well, dog must be bigger than to get into.
Honestly, Trace, it is a gorgeous.
I know, I saw pictures.
Like German Shepherd, it's gorgeous. I don't know how Gordo can stop mad with him because he's just a little cutie. But yeah, it's like that scenario, you know, what's yours is mine and what's mine's you. So by all means, you can eat my dog meat and you can eat my dog biscuits. I'm having some of your chicken stir fry. Oh dear, that's made my day. So you're not be having chicken stir fry tomorrow, I guess, Gordo.
Do you know our little dog? Do you know my little dog, don't you?
Yeah.
When Keena has her tea, It's half of
They
it's on
always
the
do
floor
that.
more than what's gone in her mouth. And my dog knows that she's been in having a tea and smell it. He thinks it
Well,
living
that's
room's
what
like a
dogs
little
know
vacuum
for,
cleaner. It goes round her table and it
yeah,
picks out food on the floor.
they wait for
Eats
something
it.
to drop off your spoon or your fork or whatever.
And his own
He
dish is
says
full.
anyone would think he was starved, he eats better than I do.
I bet he does, yeah. I got to taste chicken, it won't have its own.
Hey, this is the thing. You know, when we have a chicken at Sunday lunchtime, Chris carves it, and if there's any left over on oh, look at gorgeous. He looks so, oh God, I'm on camera.
Well, it is.
So anyway, once we've had a Sunday lunch and all pots is washed up and everything, I strip the carcass, meat that's left on it, and cats have that. Cats are eating chicken.
Yeah. Oh, look.
How
to do that.
That's similar to that one we were looking at the other day, weren't it?
Oh.
But yeah, I look at it this way, you have to spoil your fur babies, don't you?
Yeah, I give my
Says
little carcass off of chicken.
Oh, Sadie, Laurie's little dashund, Sadie.
Lady.
Sadie.
Yeah, that's Sadie. The boy, the other one is Dash.
That's nice.
Dash.
Yep.
Well, that's the change.
His name is Dash. Here he comes. He wants to say hi too.
Oh, that's coming on camera now.
There's Dash.
Are the sausage dogs?
Doggy. Dash.
Say hi.
He heard his name. We're going like that.
Listen.
And he heard his name.
All he wants
Eyebrows
to know is what to eat. Is there anything on the table to eat? Feed me. Feed me.
Ginger cake or ginger sponges not for dogs, I'm afraid, Dash.
No cake. No cake.
Just because it says your dog has markings just like mine.
What kind of dogs are the, Laurie?
What's that?
What kind of dog is it?
They're miniature dachshunds.
Oh.
Yeah. Sausage dogs, as we call them.
We got Dash 5 years ago because we thought we were going to lose Casper. Casper's 18, and he's still hanging in there. So we got 3 dogs now instead of 1 because my daughter was breeding. She was breeding Dogsies, and so we got them both. They're both brother and sister. They have the same mom, but they're different litters. So Sadie, we got her.
Gordo says he's not as bad as one of the German shepherds I had a few years back. We had a Sunday joint defrosting on the side. He nabbed it and ate it half frozen. He ate the bone as well.
Oh dear.
I could just imagine. See dog gnawing on a frozen joint. Can't be very tasty.
Jessica,
I mean, you can understand it if it's cooked.
He ate the bone as well.
But,
oh my gosh.
Oh dear. Right, I'm going to get off, guys and girls. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for joining us again, Laurie. Thank you, partners, for joining us. Tracy. I'll have to send you both that recipe.
Okay.
As soon as I mentioned lemon tea cakes or lemon custard tea cakes, Chris says, "Oh, make them."
Oh, they sound really good. They sound really good. I've never had them. So.
You see what I've got as well, Laurie, because I'm in our living room, I'm not actually in this kitchen. I have got like a portable hot plate, that I can put in and without sort of going backwards and forwards to the kitchen. I've got two actually, and it's called a single hot plate. So, you know, but yeah, I think I'm gonna use this cinnamon sugar tomorrow. I think I might treat Chris, and I do treat him good.
It's really good for toast. If you like to have toast in the morning with tea or something, sprinkle some on your buttered toast. I love it like that. I sprinkle it right on my toast when it comes out of the toaster.
I've never thought of doing that. Partner says she died in 2015. Oh, bless. But you see, I mean, I know we lost Lucy, but she were sort of nearly 10 and a half. But she's only a little cat, you know, and I think basically that sort of added to the fact what we're age and everything.
She was still,
you know, but it's hard losing, you know, whether it's a cat or a dog.
You
know what I mean? They are, you know, when you've had them like from being puppies and whatever, they are part of your family. So,
yeah, there are kids.
And I says it don't make no difference whether the cats, dogs, or you're gonna laugh now. You're gonna laugh. I'm gonna tell you something funny. Can you remember when we were on about other day? We've been looking for like a rescue dog, but obviously they've got to be good around cats. So we were looking. I haven't been able to come up with anything as of yet. So Callum, which is a son, he was saying, and he says, I went onto this site and it was like a sanctuary. And they got chickens, they got horses, they got rabbits, they got gerbils, they got guinea pigs and all sorts. So Chris tried to wind Callum up, and he says, Callum, he says, we're not having a dog. He says, we're not having a chicken. He says, I'm going to buy a goldfish. You know, I don't know how he sat there with a straight face, and he said to Callum, he says, we're going to buy it. We're going to have a goldfish. So he says, what's fun about having a goldfish? He says, all they do all day, he says, they swim around in a tank or a bowl. And Chris sat there, totally straight face. Your daughter's just come in, by the way, Laurie. And she's working, she says. So, yeah, Chris sat there, totally straight faced, and Callum were gullible enough to believe that we were going to get a goldfish. Why are we getting a goldfish? He says, the only thing that they do all day, he says, they swim about in a tank or in a bowl. He says, and that's it. But he says, I'm winding you up. I don't know how.
Well, the thing about fish is you still have to clean up after them. It's just a little hard, you know. I had to take
He says the way Ronnie is going, he won't see his third birthday. Just put it down there. Oh, well,
he'll eat himself to death.
Right, I'm going to get going now. I just thought I'd tell you that little snippet of a funny story about goldfish other day, Callum. Oh, yeah. I have a 45-gallon fish tank.
Oh, you used to have a couple of turtles.
I had a goldfish named Bob. Well, that's what he kept. He kept telling his name was. Oh. But yeah, basically, Chris did it to wind Callum up, saying, well, instead of having another pet, we were going to get a goldfish instead. I says, we're going to buy some chickens as well. He says, at least your mum will have fresh eggs. You know, he says, if we get half a dozen chickens, he says, at least we'll have fresh eggs every day. Yeah, he says, only thing is, he says, we might get a few complaints from neighbours, you know, about 4 o'clock in the morning. Right, I'm going, guys. Thank you for joining me.
Thank you, Jeanette. It was fun and delicious at the same time.
Yeah. So I'll send that recipe to you both. So yeah, we'll
Okay.
get them next week then. See you later, guys.
All right.
Bye.
Night, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Good night, everybody in the chat.
Okay, I think Wells just come in.
Oh, is my thing playing?
I can still hear you.
It's still live.
It's all right. I've put me. Hang on a minute. I just